Now, what do you make of this criticism that Donald Trump has received, again, from segments of the media, for being the only one who was actually there, who was invited by the Gold Star families to be at Arlington National Cemetery to mark that third anniversary? Biden was at the beach. Harris just released a statement. She wasn't invited. They didn't want her there. They didn't want Biden there. The Gold Star families wanted Trump there. And yet now he's being absolutely slammed for posing with photos with some of the family members.
Yeah, they're getting mad that Trump gave a thumbs up, and that's his signature move. And they're trying to say that that's somehow disrespectful, yet he was the only president there. So that's how crazy these people are. They're grasping at straws to try to demonize Donald Trump any way possible. And anybody that has half a brain realizes that that is all just bias and political garbage and nonsense.
Absolutely. Now, Kamala Harris will finally sit down for an interview. Well, sort of. It's going to be with CNN, a very friendly interviewer. It's going to be pre-recorded, which is my biggest issue with it. I want it to be live. And also, Tim Walz is going to be there by her side. I mean, this isn't exactly displaying strength and confidence, is it? I mean, surely with a very friendly pro-Democrat journalist on CNN, she could at least do a live interview.
Well, we definitely deserve a live interview because if you look at the DNC, I'll be honest, when she read her speech, she did a pretty good job. But anybody that has any public speaking skills can usually read a speech. It's much harder to try to improvise what you want to say. And Kamala Harris has no ability to improvise whatsoever.
Now, earlier in the program and all week, really, we've been talking about Mark Zuckerberg, the boss of Facebook and Instagram, finally admitting the extent of how the Biden-Harris administration and the FBI censored posts online, everything from jokes to very much factual information about the Biden family's dodgy business dealings and what was revealed in Hunter Biden's laptop. Is this an example of the deep state trying to influence? Well, that's definitely an example of the deep state. I won't even ask you about that. I'm more interested in your take on why Zuckerberg is doing this and why now. Why is he coming clean with this information?
When it comes to social media companies, I like to call them a technocracy because they own, all the digital distribution of whatever narrative they want to put out there. They have full control. And Mark Zuckerberg, I feel like he is becoming more conservative. When he saw Donald Trump raise his fist after being shot, that he said that moved him, personally and emotionally. So maybe he's having a change of heart. But sadly, on Instagram and on Facebook, people are still getting censored today. So I don't see much of a change. It's like all these leftist politicians. They talk a big game, but they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And I hope Mark Zuckerberg will actually, apologize and say, listen, I should not have kicked Donald Trump, a president, off of our social media platform. That was wrong. But him saying that, what? That's bad too?
Well, Josh Hammer said pretty much the same thing on Monday, and I think Zuckerberg has fooled him and you and many others. I think this is just purely self-interest, self-preservation. He knows if there's a second Trump term, they're going to come for big tech. Vance has got a big project in this area. He wants to break up some of those virtual monopolies and actually have some accountability for the sector. And I think he's just trying to save his skin because he was complicit in this. The man donated $400 million of his own money in 2020 to fortify the election. So, Alex, we will disagree on that one, but always a pleasure.
Rita, you are right. I can't debate you on that. You're 100% correct. I just want to hope and pray that Mark Zuckerberg is getting red-pilled and becoming more conservative, but you are correct 100%.
We love your work, Alex Stein. We'll see you next week.